we can come to this place that I know so many people are going through right now, where we've done so much work, we feel like we've done so much inner work, and we feel like that we're almost breaking through, that life is shifting, life is changing, and yet we find ourselves going through more inner turmoil, more emotional events, maybe crying, maybe this state of panic that we can feel, that we're falling behind in life, and that somehow we've got this all wrong. The signs, the synchronicities, they seem to have disappeared. Our connection to the higher source, God, universe, or higher selves, whatever you might resonate with, we feel like we're losing the connection. We feel like we're losing it a little bit, and that we're in it alone. That we're not supported. We don't feel as spiritually in tune as what we did maybe 2-3 months before, and we can tend to look back and think to ourselves and question, have I made this up? And I emphasize this on quite a few of my videos, because this is where we're in the void. This is where we're in the in-between. So we know at the start, at some point in our journey, that we're supported. We're seeing the signs, we're getting the synchronicities, we're having that connection that we feel inside, that we're connected right now. And we are walking a path. We are spiritual. We are one. We are becoming one. We're finding out who we are. And then there's this phase that we go through where that tones right down, right down. And we seem to have lost the connection that we have felt like we've found. And the spiritual journey itself becomes even more exhausting. We no longer resonate with content we're seeing online. It's just over and over. Your life's going to change and all this thing, and we just seem to put it away. And yet we might think, okay, well, I've spent so much time on spirituality. It's just, I've had enough of it all. I just don't want to do. I just don't want to be this anymore. But on the same breath, we know we've got a connection there. We know that we've got a connection. But at this point, it's almost put on the side, and we're left in the bewilderness alone again. We're not seeming to be moving forward, yet we don't see any real types of, light at the end of the tunnel. We're just sitting here in this holding room, this holding pattern. Again, leading to more confusion over and over again. And the whole process becomes so exhausting. But what I want to remind you today is that this is the pinnacle stage. This is the stage where you've already developed the guidance, the wisdom, the knowing. And now you're going to be left in this place. You're not left, but you're in this place where you're not going to be having everything handed to you. The universe is not going to be giving you everything you need or every direction forward. This becomes the point where you have to anchor into the trust and question yourself and almost remember what you've been through and what wisdom and knowledge you've gained along the way. And I don't say this in an ego perspective. You're somehow better than anyone else, or that your journey is far more superior to anybody else's. That's not what I'm saying. But at this point of knowing who you are and what you're walking, what path you are actually walking, is critical for you at this point. And it's so important that we do not lose faith and we do not lose trust in the work that we've already done, and the inner work that we've already done with ourselves, knowing that we have built that connection with God. We have built that connection with the universe and with our higher selves. And it's so critical at this point where we feel like we've been abandoned by the universe, by God. We can almost be a little bit bitter. Why? What have I done so wrong? Why am I going through this more shedding, more stripping away, these stages of waking up on a day-to-day task, day-to-day occurrence, sorry, of, is anything ever going to change? I'll say this because so many people will be going through it and not understanding what they're actually going through right now. And for me, I've been in the same position multiple times. And it's so important that we ground ourselves, that we anchor back into the trust, into the knowing. We have to put away all this spiritual, this emphasized spirituality side of things, and know and take comfort that we are an awakened soul. We are awakening, but we're not going to be entrenched and be thrown around like a leaf. And the signs are not coming, or this tarot reader said this, or watch this video and I should be doing this. This is a journey between you and yourself. Ultimately, that's what it is. And there's no guide and there's no spiritual wisdom that's going to give you the answers that you need to move forward. And ultimately, you know that deep down at your core, you know what you've been through. And that's the reason why a lot of this becomes so exhausting, because you hear so much spiritual content. And if you are walking the spiritual path, I know that each and every one of us searches online, we watch YouTube videos, we seek outside of ourselves for more guidance, more wisdom, and we've already got it. We've already been through that. That's why it's so critical that we remember the lessons and the path that we're walking. See, the reason why everything has gone away right now, and that we're not seeing the signs, and that things are not moving forward, and things are more uncomfortable than what they ever have. Excuse me, my dog's just nicking my welly there, and I'm doing a bit of grounding myself. So yeah, it's very important to get outside, to ground yourself. It's so important for you right now. It doesn't matter whether you feel silly with no shoes on. You know, go and find a place where you can be by yourself, and that you don't care. Go and put your back against a tree. Take a few deep breaths and ground yourself, anchor yourself back in, because you are not making this up. And this uncomfortable feeling and this void that you're in, that's what it is. You're in the void. You've got one foot in one life, but yet you've got a foot in the other life. So you're neither in one or the other, but you're in this place right now where, are you going to trust this process, or are you going to try and revert back to your old life and fit back into the clothes that you've already outgrown? Or are you going to trust that all is going to be revealed, that your new life is going to unfold? And you've just got to develop the patience. Keep going. Keep doing the inner work. Try not to focus so much on spirituality and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Just find your own place where you can be quiet with yourself. Just be present with yourself. There's nothing you need to do. There's no more knowledge, wisdom, guidance that you need to take from anybody else. Your higher self knows the way, and that is ultimately what you need to connect to. So again, if you're feeling a bit scattered, or you're feeling a bit unsure, or you feel like you've been left to almost figure this out by yourself, then just anchor into the knowing that you're not going crazy, that it is going to work out. I promise you that. Please, just focus on yourself, ground the energy, and all will make sense in due time. Just have patience and don't give up now. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.